What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the uncrowned Otaku. I'm back in the building. Latest chapter of Fuuka came out, I believe it was yesterday, and I'm a little bit behind. Not that I fell off of Fuuka, but honestly, I forgot to just review Fuuka. So my apologies, my humblest apologies. I'll be better. And I believe I'm like 3 chapters behind, but we're going to start at this last chapter. We'll just pretend I did reviews for those. We'll keep it current. So, what happened in this chapter? They're touring, right? They got to the spot. They were excited. They got fans to buy tickets and stuff. They were excited. They got there and realized, uh-oh, manager did not call them back. They aren't booked there. So, panic mode happens. Sarah has an idea. They'll do an old trick she learned from her brother. We pick up there. So, turns out, they're actually going to have a concert in a studio that they booked the studio, but not for recording, but for a concert. All the fans, all the family, all the friends that brought tickets, they're going to perform in up close in person. Pretty much it's going to be like a VIP meet and greet, but for a performance. So everybody comes in, they cram into the studio, and at first you would think, this is a horrible idea. Why would anybody do this? No, it turns out it's a great idea. Everybody was like, wow, I've never been in a studio before. We get to hear them up close. We can see them. We can touch them. We can feel them breathing. Kind of creepy, but, that's what it was. So, I forgot the two's name. I know one is Hisashi, but I forgot the drummer dude from the Hedgehogs.
Nico?
Yeah, Nico's the bassist. Stop that. Don't talk nonsense. The drummer and the lead guitar from Hedgehogs. They go to the club thinking that's where the Blue Wells were performing, and they meet the club head and they're like, yo, what happened? And dude's like, they were a waste of time, they weren't booked here. Come watch these guys instead. No. They see a flyer. They realize, they're like, oh, didn't we do something like this back in the day? So they go to that studio to see them perform, and for the love of me, I can't remember homeboy's name, the drummer dude. He pretty much, Hisashi's like, aren't you just coming because, you was doing bad? Aren't you just going to chew them out? And he's like, yeah, well, I want to see what they do live. So they see the performance, and at the end, granted, the Blue Wells, he still messed up during the performance, but at the end, when they were talking to all the fans, meeting everybody, one little kid went up to Yuko and was like, I'm going to join the light music band. I'm going to play bass. Do you think I can ever be as good as you? And at first he's like, I'm really not that good. I shouldn't be your goal. Then it finally clicks. He's in a band. People admire him. He needs to live up to their expectations. So he gives him a little fist bump on the chest and he's like, yeah, dude, you can totally do it. So, homeboy, who I can't remember his name, comment somebody, tell me what his name was, the drummer from the Hedgehogs. Instead of chewing out them, both of them just leave, and they don't even say anything to the Blue Wells. They're like, you know what? He's becoming more and more of a band man. I can't say or do anything to that. We saw what we needed to see, let's roll out. Meanwhile, the club manager's eating his freaking words. The Blue Wells were fantastic, well beyond a beginning band. Probably better than the 2 that were performing at his club. I bet you next chapter he's going to ask them to perform tomorrow night at his club to bring in more people. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, we got to see the Blue Wells. They're becoming better and better with each chapter. They got, what's her name? Fuuka 2.0. She has more amps and stuff to make her guitar sound different. Yu is becoming more confident in his bass playing and backup vocals. Nachi's still drumming away. I forgot Pretty Boy's name. It starts with an M. Mikasa. Yeah, I think it's no, that's Attack on Titan. Whatever his name, I'm pretty sure it's Mikasa too. I think he holds the band down with his piano and keyboard playing. He seems like he is the glue that holds everything together. So everybody else was super solid. Of course, Sarah, expert guitarist, done deal. So they're still on a mission to try and raise enough money so that their company won't go under. The boss's company, they got to raise enough money to make up the losses of everything from the Fallen Moon. It's no longer a band. All that assets are trash. They got to raise the money to keep them afloat. We'll see how that goes. They got a long journey ahead of them. But hey, fingers crossed. We got a little bit of a love romance blooming between Yu and Fuuka. Yu knows it. Fuuka doesn't know how he feels. So we'll see how that plays out while they're on the road. But fingers crossed for the best. I like you guys. Not really you. You can kind of suck it still, but I like the rest of you. Best wishes on your whole journey, and I'm going to stick with it, What did y'all think of this week's chapter of Fuuka? Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Do all that social media jazz. You already know how I get down. Hottest videos on YouTube, hottest videos around. You better go tell somebody. Before I tell on you. You think I don't know what you did? I saw you last night. I saw you.